In answer to GBC questions, Number 6 said the government shares the concerns expressed by the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, and by the UK Science, Innovation and Technology Secretary, Liz Kendall. The government says it's awaiting sight of the proposed legislation and expects to be in a position to legislate at the same time as or ahead of the UK. So what do under 16-year-olds think of a social media ban?
Personally, I think the concept behind it is a good idea, but realistically, the execution would be incredibly difficult because everyone uses social media, even from the age of 10. I think people start using social media such as Instagram, TikTok, just for watching reels, and because everyone's addicted to the dopamine rush now.
Obviously, a lot of people use social media that are under 16, and to be fair, it's a good pastime if you don't have anything to do.
It would be quite a good thing because a lot of young people use social media quite a lot, but at the same time, if it's not really negatively affecting them, we don't really need to ban it too much.
I think it should because people post really inappropriate things and stuff.
I don't mind it, but I don't love it because it should be the parents' choice and they should know if their child's mature enough.
It's not good because people need to entertain themselves and they need to entertain themselves because you don't really have anything to do if you don't really have your phone, because nowadays people mostly use their phones.
I think it's good and bad because it's good because to get the children out and a lot more and to save them from some bad stuff. But I also think it's bad because some people like it and to message and stuff. But I think it's good and bad. I don't know really.
I don't think it should be banned because government shouldn't be getting involved. Instead, it should be a problem for the parents and also the apps that they're banning, like YouTube. I doubt a lot of people use YouTube anyways, and if they there's something that they can ban and something that they shouldn't ban. They shouldn't ban literally everything.
I don't think it should be banned. I think it's very good because when I need to message my fellow friends in the morning to meet them before they can give me my things, it's necessary.
Personally, I don't think it's very good because it's an easier way to communicate with friends and family and find new people to talk to, and it can also be very entertaining.
Meanwhile, smartphone-free childhood Gibraltar has welcomed the plans.
Well, we're delighted because this is just not a controversial issue anymore in the UK in the context of the consultation, which is one of the largest in the UK's history, that returned a verdict of 9 out of 10 parents believing that the ban was the way to go because they need help. And of course, there's going to be a local tertulia about this, no doubt. And there's going to be polls. There's been one on Speak Freely during the course of the weekend. Again, I think that one was also kind of mostly in favour of. I haven't looked at the most recent polling there. But look, I think this is just widespread, going to be welcome in Gibraltar. There will be pockets of resistance, of course, and there will be the quintessential and really quite controversial idea that this is some kind of Orwellian scheme or program to deprive people of their freedoms. And of course, that's just not the case because, in the European Commission's own proposals for the verification of the verification of people online, there's a zero knowledge proof system built into that, which Google has already deployed in any event across its own systems in October last year.
5 years from now, what changes would the group like to see in children's lives? What would success look like?
Success looks like young people who aren't maybe 14, 15, 16, but a bit older, being able to dance again because everything isn't being recorded, because everything isn't a permanent record of decisions that they take. So, I think that really, ultimately.
The proposed legislation announced by Keir Starmer and Liz Kendall is expected to be introduced to Parliament before Christmas, with protections coming into force in spring 2027. The measures would apply to platforms including Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram and Facebook. The local group hopes Gibraltar will consider introducing similar protections, building on its existing school mobile phone ban to protect healthier childhoods in the digital age.